What's going on, Assassins? I've been getting a lot of questions lately about New Game Plus for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A lot of people want to know, is it ever going to come? If so, when is it going to come? What's going on with it? A lot of you have completed all of England, you've completed the game, and there's not much else to do. A lot of you are just coming in and logging in to see what Retta has for the daily, possibly doing a couple of quests for him so that you can get some opals, and doing like little cleanup tidbits here and there, possibly upgrading your gear and whatnot. So a lot of people really want to start the game over and replay it. For those of you who don't know what New Game Plus is, it's basically where you can restart an entire game, but you'll have everything that you've already acquired. So if you completed the game, you start New Game Plus, you start again from the very beginning, but you have all your gear, all your levels, everything. You're basically a powerhouse, and you can absolutely destroy everything. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey got this pretty much right before the very first DLC came out, before the Legacy of the Hidden Blade. It got a New Game Plus. And for those who were playing it, it really wasn't that hard to like get into it, get where they gotta go. At this point, I no longer need to do New Game Plus for Odyssey. As you can see, I have 2,385 extra ability points that I have nothing to do with. I got all the abilities, I got all the hyper abilities, and on each one of my different jobs, Hunter, Warrior, and Assassin, all of the masteries are 20 of 20, which was the max that you could have. So there's really no more need for me to like continue doing New Game Plus. Basically, I log into Odyssey just to do the weekly resets for you guys. And, you know, I do things here and there. I'll record stuff for videos and whatnot. So you do have like a little bit of fun. At this point, it would probably be better for me to just start a new game altogether and not even worry about New Game Plus. But at the time, it was a really great way to gain more ability points, to go a little further, to kind of update all your gear and whatnot. It was a lot of fun. Now, as far as Origins went, this one was really cool because when you did New Game Plus and you completed the game on a New Game Plus, you actually got that gear that you saw me in. And the gear was different in Origins. You could actually select your whole outfit. It wasn't that you selected separate pieces of armor. You could select the whole outfit. It didn't do anything, you know, fantastic. It didn't give you any perks or any extra things like the set bonus that we've got in Odyssey and Origins. All it really did was give you, you know, just a weird look, like you could look cool or whatever. And you could continue obtaining ability points and putting it within the 3 masteries. So as you can see, New Game Plus is beneficial here, where I'm putting all these points in all these masteries. Eventually, you'd be able to just unarmed one punch any creature that's in the game. You might even be able to just kill a god with one arrow. So that's kind of like what the abilities were. They got excited when they first did this. They wanted to show off how strong you can get. You could become OP. And, you know, I think it was like a great idea at the time, honestly. But anyway, let's get into why right now there is no New Game Plus. Now, Joraptor did a video, and I'm going to give you the link to his video in the description below. He got to talk to Jose Areza, I hope I said that correctly, and he's a post-launch producer. And Joraptor really went in and asked him that question because it's a really big question. A lot of people want to know what's going on. We got transmog and everything else. The Basim's outfit was one of the biggest questions. Where is New Game Plus? And basically what he had said is that right now they possibly are not going to roll it out immediately. They don't know when they're going to roll it out. But the reason for that is because if you think about it, freaking Valhalla is a huge game. And let me tell you something right now. I honestly, this is going to be one of the only times that I'm actually going to kind of agree with Ubisoft right now. I know a lot of you want New Game Plus, but if you think about it, this game is huge. Imagine if you started a new game plus right now, and they've rolled out something else. They rolled out Mastery Challenges 2. They rolled out, Odin's Runes, that we're actually able to like get them and whatnot. Or even they rolled out another DLC, or they rolled out a festival. If you think about it, you can't do any of the festivals unless you go into your settlement. So that means you have to completely leave Norway. You have to get to your settlement, and in some cases, you even have to have your settlement at a certain level. You have to have it around level 3 minimum for most of these events. So, how do you go about doing that if, let's say, they did follow their 4-week, their 5-week schedule where they update the game? Would you have time within 4 or 5 weeks to really get to your settlement being level 3, leaving Norway? Granted, you're going to have all your gear and whatnot, which will make it a little bit easier. You're going to have your levels, which will make it a little bit easier. Maybe you would be able to move through Norway a little bit faster, get to your settlement, and then from there, you got to move. You got to go and you got to do a bunch of raids just so that you could get it up to level 3. Who knows at that time? You might not be able to do that. That might not be enough. Unless you're, home most of the day, you're working from home, and in between working, you're playing the game and whatnot. I mean, it may be possible, but for most people, it may not be. Now, the smart thing to do would be to have multiple files, obviously, but let's say you have multiple files, you started your New Game Plus, you're doing all this stuff in New Game Plus, suddenly new content drops and you have to go and you have to do that content. You go to your old file to do it. What's the point of having your New Game Plus file? At that point, you're really just working backwards. You're using all the stuff that you currently got on New Game Plus, and whatever benefits you're reaping from that, you actually have to go backwards now and go to an older file so that you could play all that stuff. It's kind of wild. Now, that's not to say that we shouldn't have New Game Plus. I'm not saying that. We definitely should. It's just a matter of when are we going to get New Game Plus? Will they give us a break in between this season and next season when supposedly there's supposed to be DLC 3 and 4? During that time, the time periods between Paris and DLC 3, will they give us New Game Plus? I don't know. It's possible. Let me know your thoughts on the subject. Would you care that they not give us New Game Plus? Would you wait for it? Or do you want it right now? Not now, but right now. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. You know how we end this.
Yeah, yeah.